Good morning, students. Today we are here for the lecture of mean deviation from mean, median and mode for continuous series. In last lecture we had finished the individual series and the discrete series. Mean deviation from mean, mean deviation from median and mean deviation from mode for continuous series. I once again repeat the same thing that for us continuous series is most important than individual and discrete, because as you see the pattern of examinations, though you just have to give the answer in MCQ pattern, but the examinations which are actually conducted in offline mode just up to 2019, if you see the question papers, they had given more stress on continuous series, because in the continuous series you will have that entire experience of solving the problem. So some of those problems might give more importance to individual series, to continuous series than individual or discrete series. So in this particular problem, we are here in a continuous series where we have to calculate mean deviation from mean, median and mode. For this thing you just have to be very much fundamentally strong to calculate mean, median and mode, because that is the basic of this type of particular problems. So before solving these problems, your concept of arithmetic mean, median and mode need to be very clear, how to calculate those things for these three different types of series. So I hope you are now very much expert in calculating mean, median and mode for continuous series. First I will read the data, read the problem, and then we will see what we have to do while preparing a table, and because after that tabulation we will use the formulas and find out our answers. From the following data, find out mean deviation and coefficient of mean deviations, taking deviations from mean, median and mode. We had given the things here: wage and number of workers, wage less than 10, less than 20, less than 30, less than 40, 50, 60 and 70, 80. That series we have to convert in a continuous series. And then we have number of workers as a frequency ranging from 12 to 230. Now we just have to convert that series in exclusive series. So less than 10, less than 20, it will be 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70 and 70 to 80. Okay, understand? We will write the frequencies like 12 to we just had, but now that frequency is actually to be converted in actual frequencies, because the series was an exclusive series. So you just have to find out the exact frequency. So 12, then 30 is actually included, 30 includes 12, so the difference will be 18. Now 65 includes 30, it will be 35, and so on. Just have to be like that. So n equals to 230. Then we have to find out the mid value, because we are calculating arithmetic mean. So for this 5, 15, 25, 25, 45, 55, 65 and 75 for this in continuous series. Then we will find out dx, considering 5 as a mid value. 5 mid value, so it will be deviation from x. So 5 minus 5 0, 15 minus 5 10, 25 minus 5 20, 35 minus 5 30 and so on. So now we have dx. Now we will just have to find out the d dash x, which is deviation from dx. So dx minus 10, as because there is a difference of 10 in between. All those things we had already did. We already completed, we had already solved at the time of calculation of arithmetic mean. So d dash x, it will be 0 minus 10 minus then we just have 0, so 10, 20, 33, 44, 5, 64, 6 and 74, 7. Okay, then fd dash s is 0, then 18 multiplied by 18, then 35 multiplied by 2, 70, 42 multiplied by 3, 14, 26, 50 multiplied by 4, it will be dx divided by 10, okay, like this. So minus solution. 45 multiplied by 5, 225, 20 multiplied by 6, 128 multiplied by 7, 56. FD dash x is 816. Now we have to find out x minus a because this is the need of mean deviation. So we have x and we have a, so it will be 30. For that we have to first calculate arithmetic mean here. So a equals to x plus summation fd dash x divided by n multiplied by I. 5 summation fd dash x is 815 divided by n 230 multiplied by 10 40.43. Okay, so 5 minus 40.43, 30.43, 18 minus 40.43, 25.43, 35 minus 40.43, 50 minus 43 as it is, and just ignore the negative sign. Then we have to calculate f x minus a. So multiplied by frequency multiplied by x minus a. You will have these answers, and at the end you will have summation f x minus a. Okay, so we have a table ready here. I hope you understand that table very well, because up to this is a simple calculation of arithmetic mean, and these two columns are for calculation of mean deviation. Now we will move to the next page where we have to calculate mean deviation. Mean deviation equals to summation f x minus a divided by n. 3303.12 divided by 230. We already calculated the things, and it is the answer of mean deviation is 14.36. We just put up the values. Now we will move to the previous page. CMD equals to MD divided by mean. We already calculated mean deviation on the next page. That has been shifted to next page. 14.36 divided by mean. We already calculated here 40.43. The answer is 0.36. So this is coefficient of mean deviation 0.36. The answer of mean deviation from mean is 14.36, and answer of coefficient of mean deviation is 0.36. So I hope you understand mean deviation from mean. Now we will move to the mean deviation from median. Again, series, frequency, mid value, cumulative frequency. The same thing you did at the time of calculation of median. Now we just have to calculate the median first. So first median equals to size of n by 2th item, size of 230 divided by 2th item, size of 115, which is 115 item will be here in 157. So median equals to, the median group will be 40 to 50. Now we have to apply the formula that we applied, the interpolation formula at the time of calculation of median. So L1 plus n by 2 minus c divided by f, L2 minus L1. 40 plus n by 2 value is 115 minus previous cumulative frequency is 107 divided by the frequency of that particular group is there, then L2 minus L1, 50 minus 40, and the median equals to 41.6. Now we will put up that thing in this particular columns, x minus f, m, then and the last is frequency x minus m. So x minus m we calculated this way, and frequency x minus m this way, and the answer is 3284.4 for summation f x minus m. Now we will put up this thing in the formulas. We have mean deviation 14.28 and coefficient of mean deviation 0.34. So this is very simple thing. First calculate the median, then find out x minus m, then find out summation f x minus m, then find out the mean deviation from median and coefficient of mean deviation. As you are seeing that the basic fundamental thing behind this is actually you have to be capable of calculation of arithmetic mean, median and mode for continuous series. Now moving to mean deviation from mode, x, f, m, v, and then we will straightly go to the mode. We are using the formula here. You just can use the grouping table and analysis table, or you will just have the most frequency in that. Major frequency means look, can use a grouping table, analysis table to find out the mode, or if you think that you don't have that much time in your hand, then you have to just locate the highest frequency and After locating the highest frequency, you will have that particular group, and just using those things you can find out the mode. The same thing we did here. That's why I just considered this problem here, because it can save your time if you are running out of time. So we just we have the group 40 to 50 as the frequency is 50, highest frequency. So we just put up the things here, and we have the mode 46.15. Now then again, x minus z, fx minus z, we have MD 14.47 and CMD 0.31. So this way we had calculated mean deviation from mode also. So I hope you understand mean deviation from mean, mean deviation from median, and mean deviation from mode. The basic requirement of these three type of problems is that you should have to be capable to calculate arithmetic mean, median, and mode for continuous series, because that is the base to find out the mean deviation and coefficient of mean deviation. This problem is given to you for practice. Solve this problem, and then I think you will have a proper idea of this type of problems. I hope you understand this problem very well. Next lecture we will have a different method of dispersion.